Alright, welcome back everybody to an episode of City Skylines. In the last episode, I think we are just working on a little bit of the stuff over here. Now, I did do some tweaking out here. Oh, we need to get some water. I did add another power plant because I was in the middle of tweaking this. Oh yeah, I was earlier trying to see. I downloaded a couple new mods. I figured the game's broken anyways. Why not? Why stop now? But yeah, I downloaded a few mods, so I was trying to see if they'll park in these parking spots that I can place down. So I'm going to leave those down for a little bit. But I did come through and kind of change up the sidewalks a little bit. I think I like it. Over here, yeah, it was over here. I did a curve, which I think I might end up doing for the rest of these. I'm not sure yet. I was kind of going back and forth. I kind of like the curve, but also kind of like the square. But I think I'm going more towards the curve. So, but I think that looks pretty good. It looks, it gets a little tight up to the road on this side, but that's just to merge it into the avenue right here. I also did a few things with the junction tool. So I disabled crosswalks there because who in their right mind would want to cross there? And I also disabled them on this road because, I mean, no one's really going to cross there, but I just want to make sure. And, of course, there, and, of course, here as well. It's like, I mean, they're not going to be able to cross there anyways. There's nowhere for them to walk, but I just want to, the game does some weird stuff, so it's like, if I have the tools, I might as well make sure that weird stuff is limited, and whatnot. So yeah, let's get the water done, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to build out this road here. So we're going to build the water real quick, and I'll kind of go over what the big plan of this area is going to be. Now, we're going to start moving to this side. It's going to take out the power lines, but whatever. So let's go and put down 2 of these guys, and wow, 2 or 3. Let's go for 3. Let's go for broke. Why not? It might break. It might make us go broke. Who knows? All right. Yeah. So we're still continuing with problems with the game. I haven't had a chance to check the Paradox news feeds or anything really at all. So I don't know if they've acknowledged any problems yet, but if they haven't, I'm gonna have to go on the record and say that's pretty messed up. But like I said, I'm not accusing them of anything right now because I haven't had a chance to go and look. So, I mean, that's more or less my fault. So, but yeah, have to unplug your internet to get a game working is not a solution. And I'm sorry, yes, it's mods installed, but it's something with the game. It's just that's just the way it is. It's like mods can be a problem, but when it's a few of them and it's causing and people are seeing errors and stuff like they are, then that's where the problems come up. So, all right. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna take this road out. So what I want to do is we're gonna, I think, go a little bit straight, and then we're gonna kind of come up at an angle, come back, and then come back over here. I want to kind of land somewhere in here, just to give enough room for this interchange, and then I want to build another interchange over here, this one. And then what I'll do is after I get this road done, I think we're going to build a shopping center right here, so we might build another road out over here as well. I'm going to kind of base the shopping center, I don't want to say base, but some inspirations are going to be from a local shopping center here, as I was kind of looking around just trying to get ideas of kind of how the strip malls and shopping plazas and stuff look. So there was one that kind of caught my eye on a few things that I want to try, but it's gonna be far. It's not even be close to it. But there's gonna be a few things that are like it. So I don't even want to say it's gonna be based off. There's just a few things that I'm gonna kind of work with, and we'll see what it does. So basically, what I think I'm gonna do is when I'm building the shopping center, I think I'm gonna do a time lapse because it's gonna take a while. And also, I really don't want to have to be talking through the whole time. And so, I'll go ahead and we'll do this. We'll do the shopping center, and then I'll come back, kind of go over it, and then I'll probably tweak some stuff off camera. So, it should be fairly straightforward, but I just kind of want to give you a little bit of a notice of what's going to happen. It's going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. And I don't know how long this video is going to be, if it's going to be longer or shorter by doing that, because I really don't know how long it's going to take me to do the shopping center, but I have a feeling it's going to take a little while because I'm going to probably try and be a perfectionist at it, knowing how I am. But yeah, I did download a fair bunch. Well, not a huge amount of mods. I did download the more beautification mod, so we go into here. Oops. We now have all these options in here, and then we also get these options down here, and then all these options in here as well. So That should make it nice, especially because I want to start building what I was thinking is building a few apartment complexes, maybe on this side. Well, it's a little hilly. I don't know, somewhere maybe around the suburb area. And, you know, it was always, and the same with schools and other types of campuses, it would always be nice to have a fence around it. But the original way to doing fences would just plop one by one by one, and that gets old pretty quick. So, yeah, I don't have to do that anymore, which is nice. I did download the compass mod, unless I'm just missing it or I'm not doing something right. I don't have that. And I also downloaded the search box, but I know I forgot to enable that one. I don't know. I have been on the fence of downloading the search box mod for a little while, just because I mean it's a nice thing to have. It's kind of slow, which is understandable. I mean, there's a lot of assets and stuff in here, so I mean it makes sense. But you know, I just I mean, just because of that, it's not a reason not to have it. I mean, there's many times where it'd come in handy, so I'm like, okay. So I think we're gonna kind of. I don't really want to come straight up, but I'm going to come a little bit of a decent angle. Kind of do that. That almost gets us to where we want to go, but I want to... Yeah, maybe then we should come up a little bit more of an angle, because I want to kind of come up and then come back over. So I want to kind of come up, kind of come over, then come over. And that's how that's going to go. So let's come at a little bit sharper of an angle. I was kind of hoping to... We can keep that there. I just need to delete that part. Duh. Just to make sure I don't get something too similar. Or maybe something about in there. Now I'm going to be using these roads for now, and then we're going to have to go back and change them out. I just want to do this for now just to make sure that we keep our spacing and everything done accordingly. This is going to be a fairly, I mean, for the most part, it's going to be pretty straight. I was thinking in this area maybe we'll give it a little bit of a wider median. Like, one thing I was afraid of in this area is that these roads aren't too close together. When I was loading in, I was wondering just how close. I couldn't remember how close I got them. So it shouldn't be a huge deal. But I just want to make sure there's enough room to, you know, when we put the lights in and time them and all that stuff, that things kind of flow the way they're supposed to. So that's just kind of what I was worried about. But I think over here, for aesthetics reasons, just kind of want to give it a little bit of a wider median. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to draw another road, and then that's going to be about the size of the median right there. I don't know if we'll put necessarily too much in the middle there, but I don't know, we'll figure it out. Alright, so we'll drag this. Is that too far? Is that good? Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, we could almost curve it a little bit more up as well. I was almost thinking of doing like a lazy curve as well, but those are a lot more work. And I don't know if it would actually, it would make it kind of hard to zone the area out. I don't know if it would look too good in the area either. We could just keep going straight up, and then as we get up here, kind of curve down and then curve back into itself. Yeah, that could work. And then we kind of build the shopping center around that kind of curve area. I did download also the landscaping tools as well, so I look forward to using that. That should give it a nice complete look. And then we also have like these assets that we can place the parking lots now, and then we can place cars and stuff on top of them. I'm pretty sure cars don't... What is that flickering right there? I'm pretty sure cars don't park in here. And I'm not 100% on that, but I mean, it just seems to me like they wouldn't. I mean, honestly, that's just what it seems to me, so... Alright. So it's not too much of a wider median than what we have over here. It's a little bit wider, but it's not hugely different. I almost kind of want to take it just like a couple more squares out. Because that gives us 5, kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 in between. I think that'd be alright. I think that'll look alright. I wish there was I already know there is, but I wish there was a little bit of a better kind of, it's not really a median pack, but kind of something to run up the middle of these roads like this. I'll let them go through all the stuff I just downloaded and see what exactly is out there. Alright, so this one, so we eventually, I want to kind of shoot for, with on and off ramps, maybe something in here kind of coming at this angle right here. So let me put this down so that we kind of know what we're aiming for, and we're fine with just having that. Yeah, so something like that, because we're going to have off-ramps, and we want to not collide too much with this area. And I think by doing this stuff over here, we're also going to take these both to 4 lanes in the same in this direction. And then I'm thinking, and this road's doing alright, but I think after we get this next interchange done, after that interchange it's going to be 3 lanes from there. And an exit, and then the on-ramp will bring 4. Well, we'd be fine with 3. And we can do 4 there, and then we can end it right there. Okay, yeah, we don't need to do that. I was just trying to maximize flow and just make it look good, but I think we can make it look good without doing that. Because, I mean, right now traffic's not doing too bad. I mean, unless we build some more industry and stuff, then it's not too bad. And I went through and updated a lot of the RICO stuff, so that should work better now. It did save a lot of my stuff from my last city, which I was surprised. If I remember right, it didn't used to do that, so that was a pretty welcome sight. Why aren't you giving me lines? Don't you normally... Oh. The one time I actually want to be on the curve tool, it doesn't do it. But the one time, or when I don't, it doesn't do it. I'm going to kind of create a nice curve. What degree angle is that? Okay. We can kind of snap to angles. Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that you could do that. That is cool. Yeah, I don't want it to come perfectly 90 degrees. I don't want it to be perfectly like a perfect angle either, but it would make sense and it would make my life a lot easier. I kind of just like to pick something and see what it looks like. I think that would look alright. And then we can come up to there. Let's come straight off of that and let's see what that looks like. Maybe? Oh yeah, look at that. I think that would be good. I think that'll do just good. Now I don't necessarily remember what I did there, so what I'm thinking of doing is we can then just follow it around with the free tool, and hopefully it'll meet up all right. Because we kind of, that's why I wanted to use these roads, so we kind of had the grid and everything kind of knew about where everything was going to place. Yeah, that works. Yeah, look at that. Alright. So that's kind of the gist of how that road's going to run. It is then going to come up here. So this is going to change a little bit to how I was originally, but I think this is actually going to work better for me anyways. Just because of the way the straight road and stuff. I was originally thinking it was going to come more this way, but I think this is going to work. And then what we could actually do is a little bit of a split off here. And, yeah, we could almost do a little tiny little interchange. And split it off, and then we can have another interchange right here. We might do that. Might not do it right now, but we might do that, especially as we start. We'll kind of monitor traffic and see what they're doing down here, and then kind of go from there. So I'm not sure exactly how far to take this, but that's too far. I can tell you that already. Maybe not. It's not gonna be much of a curve. Let's end that right there, actually. There. Okay. Let's see. I don't think that's gonna work very good. Yeah, I already figured that was going to have to come a little bit more. Let's go to maybe about there. I want to make it look decent while also... Oh, that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Yeah, that works. So yeah, it'll be a nice little road. Kind of a pretty nice little road, you know, with some trees and stuff running down it after a while anyways. And it'll be a nice little suburb area, I think. Okay. So I think that works. So we got that done. Again, we reached the age-old question: do we bring it into a single road as we go onto here or no? I don't know. We'll worry about that in a minute. Let's get this curve done, and then let's figure it out from there. You don't know what to do, just put it on the back burner, right? That usually works. Yeah, because it won't be too difficult to do, but wow, that was way too easy. Okay, that was scary easy. Yeah, I knew that one wasn't going to be the same. Let's go ahead and change that up. Don't know why I did it there. Okay, just so I kind of know about where to stop here. Yeah, because it would work pretty well, I think, if we did. I think if we kept it separated, but it would probably work even better if we just kept it the same. Okay, it's not working the same for this side. Okay, this one can probably come down just a little bit more, right? Let's come down to... there we go. That might be too far. I don't know. I think that works. So what I think we're going to also do is I want to build an airport. I was watching a couple of YouTube videos on guys building an airport, and I've already got the stuff downloaded, so it's something I would like to do. I really like that. Kind of curves, but it also splits off. I love when that look it has. And then it curves back around here, and it gets back closer together. Look at that. You know, watching them build the airport and stuff, and it looks pretty cool. You know, the airport stuff in this game isn't perfect, but it's doable. I mean, a lot of the stuff that you want to do without using standard buildings, you know, city skylines buildings, you end up having to kind of hack them together. So, I mean, we're already used to doing that, so it's not that big of a deal. And it looked alright. I mean, it actually looked really good. So I had some ideas. I think we're going to wait, you know, a while before we do that, of course. But I think overall it's definitely it's interesting because the international airport looks pretty good as it is. I mean, it's not as massive as you would expect an airport to be, especially an international airport. But for what it is, it's way better than the one that came with the game originally. So that's always good. But you know, making it custom and fit into the city is never a bad thing. So that's what I like to do if I can. And that's why I like to try to build the Skull Campus and stuff. And that's why I'm glad I have like that and found that mod and stuff. So now I can actually put fences around stuff and whatnot. Because I mean that's kind of what I've been missing. Is it's like you have this school campus, and pretty much every, especially elementary school campus I've seen, it's always had some sort of fence around it, which makes sense, you know. It just seems like, you know, a liability problem if you don't have that. But, you know, I never really had a good solution for doing that in the game. Like, I downloaded some fence mods, but in all honesty, I mean, I wasn't going to sit there for an hour and just plop each and every little fence. And I knew there was going to be some mod like that out there, but I didn't really take the time to look, you know. It was like ours are, and didn't really take, you know, like I said, didn't take the time to look, and didn't really, honestly, it didn't matter that much. I mean, it is a big deal, but it didn't matter that much. So, there we go. Just turning all these the right direction. So yeah, I think we'll start building some suburbs up this way, and we're gonna need to get another crossroad going up here. But I think I'm gonna kind of leave them far in between. To be honest with you. I think we're only going to maybe have 3, which probably would be all we fit, but we're going to kind of try and keep them separated. Now, I'm kind of going to keep in mind of this area because this is going to end up probably becoming a stack. I mean, look at that amount of traffic going on there. Speaking of which, yeah, another dangerous intersection in the city there. But yeah, so I think that'll work out. You guys good on water now? Okay. That was the other thing, is we don't have a cemetery over here. They all have to come from the main city, which luckily that is pretty close to the freeway, so I guess that makes it good. I like that. I like that road. I wish, you know, maybe it was a little bit more curve, you know, instead of straight, but I think it'll work. You know, this is very early suburbs, and if you look at like kind of early stage suburbs, you know, you always see very big differences from later, especially more expensive areas too. So yeah, so we're going to build this interchange here. And then, yeah, so I'm thinking that we'll kind of build a road that kind of has an interchange right up here, which would actually work out pretty well if we do the 2-lane exits. And then we'll kind of build kind of a, I want to create a pretty good sized shopping center in here because I think it would just fit the area. I don't think we're going to be doing too much with this interchange aside from, you know, maybe some tweaking or whatnot, you know, like adding the 2 lanes. But in my last city that I was building off camera, I was actually going to build, I was building a freeway and I was actually going to turn this into a 4-way stack. But I don't think I want to do that because I just don't. I don't. If we end up building a freeway this way, I think it's either going to intersect in here, which I guess it could end up doing like a, maybe not a full interchange, but a partial interchange on like key areas, and then do an interchange here. That could look interesting. And that'd be kind of the terminus of it. And it'll get you into the suburbs from downtown, but kind of renders this road useless unless you're going somewhere else. Something to think about, but I mean, we're not even at enough people to think about that right now. But in this episode, or not this episode, but after this episode, I want to kind of work on kind of blowing up the city a little bit. Now, I just realized that this is on a slight curve, which is going to make things slightly more difficult. Now, what I think I'm going to do, should we sink this down or should we come up and over? I think we're going to sink it down. And I tell you why. Because it looks better. No, honestly, I don't know if it'll look better that way, but at least we can kind of clean up this curve, because you can see this curve kind of separates right here. But actually, it looks alright. It really, honestly looks alright. So, I'm just nervous. I'm nervous to mess with this, because this is a major road in here. Alright. Yeah, if we go down, I think that'll be fine. We can almost bring this up by 1 or 2. 2 or 4, I mean. And then we'd only bring that down 8, which would work. And so many decisions, I don't know what to do. But I think we pretty much decided that this is going to go down, so... I don't want to mess this curve up too much. So we'll probably come to about back there. Now, we just ripped off the band-aid there. Okay. Alright. That should be good. And then we could probably come down by 8. Now, let's leave that there. Oops, that's not what we want. Alright. Let's come to, I should have marked where it came to, but let's hope for the best. So, 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, that's going by 1s. I can tell you that already. You know, I knew because it didn't try to go into a tunnel, and I was ready to have to do that, and it didn't do it, so... let's go just a little bit before, right about there, so 2, oops. 2, 4, 6, 8. Boom. And I think by going under, I think this pretty much settles that we're going to combine this into a single road. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, so, kind of try and follow the general curve of that. And then I wonder, can we meet that up? Did that actually work? There's no way that that actually, wow. How did I manage that? And I forgot to turn on the slope thing, didn't I? Didn't I? Because that does not look, nope, I did not. Wow, I actually had it good, and nope. Alright. Well, okay. Let's come back and do this. And it's probably not going to line up the same. Nope. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright. So it needs to curve a little bit more over here. It worked better when I kind of followed that road over there a little bit. Oh, the camera moved. What the heck was that about? Alright, just not quite that far after. I don't need to come that far afterwards. I think that worked out pretty well. Okay, now there's our nice gentle slope. Now we just need to get the same set for this side. So let's go ahead and bring it back to there. And now it's all messed up. Okay. 2, 4? Is that too far? That's too far. Let's see if we can just kind of come straight a little bit and then try and curve it. Might have to come straight after here. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, I don't think that worked very well. It lines up not too bad. I guess it's looked a lot worse than it actually was. That's pretty good. All right, I think that works. And then I also downloaded the mod that allows you to do. But these, is it these guys, the quarries? Yeah, like put these guys anywhere, and so you can like sink these guys. I think you can sink them down. Maybe, I don't know. I have to mess with that, because then we can create better walls that way and stuff. Hopefully. So let's see how bad we can mess it up on this side. Can't be too bad, right? Right? I mean, we could turn that into a road and make it so much easier on ourselves, which we might actually do. Yeah, let's do it. A little bit more work, but in the long run, it'll be easier for us. Ooh, that's noticeable when you put the road down, isn't it? Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, I knew that was a little off. We could probably break that and fix it a little bit. Maybe break it wasn't the best word of choice there. Yeah, because you can see that road kind of just follows into that. So yeah, let's just kind of try and follow 2 down here. So let's come to right there. So home 2, 4, 6, 8. And it's not going to follow perfect because that one over there is not even close to perfect, but at least we can kind of get something. Actually, might not be the best. Yeah, that really shows off the problems there. It's always the thing about these highways is it's like trying to get them to line up and everything, especially after they've already been placed. And then especially on top of that, trying to do like what I'm doing with like a curve or a bridge or something over top. It can get quite frustrating. Do those at least kind of, yeah, they kind of follow the same path, which is good. I mean, like the same slope, I should say. Now, this guy, let's go ahead and change him back and see. As you can see, it kind of messes up right there in the middle. Maybe we can fix that. Doesn't really show up. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, actually, I can kind of see it now. Okay. So, let's see what we can do about that. Maybe something like that. It doesn't start coming up yet. It does a little bit, but I think it'll be fine. And that made it look better, that's for sure. Alright, and these guys are going to have to come up by 4, which is fine. I was saying that we should probably do a combined road. And I'm still feeling like we should. Yeah, we spent a lot of time just trying to get this road done, so we may not do the shopping center this episode. It might be its own episode, which actually I was kind of preferring, but I didn't think this episode would be long enough to do that. But right now it's proved me wrong, so... Okay, so if we do 2 separate roads, it's gonna be fine. But I don't know. I just don't know. Let's do this. Turn on road anarchy like that, and then let's delete these 2 back, and let's bring this up to here just so I know where the kind of midpoint is, because I just made the official decision that we are going to be bringing these back into a single road. Let's use this guy for now. So I'm going to use 2 lanes for now because I already know how this area is going to turn out. So 2, 4, maybe we can come up to 6 just to... Oh, that doesn't start coming up yet. We'll be fine. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it as that for the moment. Just because I'm not exactly sure where the on and off ramps are going to be coming. And I didn't leave quite enough room to do that. Let me fix that real quick because I didn't leave enough room on either side for that. I always do that. I don't know why. I already know how the game is with that kind of stuff, and yet I never do it. So 2, oops. Did we come up 4 or 2 or 6? Let's come up 4, so 2, 4. Oh yeah, that's like next to nothing, but that makes all the difference whether you believe it or not. And then this guy, let's not even come down at all, because we don't need to right now. Okay, and then those guys will come back together. I think right about that point. Maybe we should do an intersection for the... I was thinking maybe doing an intersection for the shopping center there, but... 1, that's a pretty bad idea, and 2, that's going to be right next to this interchange here, so that's even a worse idea, so... I think the unanimous thing is no. Alright, so we can come... like right here. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then again, like right... Does that line up? No. I think that lined up. Hopefully it lined up. And then we'll bring this guy like that. Okay. Now this one I wanna cut back a little bit. I just wanna kind of mark where it's supposed to go out. But I want to come back a little bit because I'm not sure how it's gonna line. Oh, we didn't even finish this yet, which is fine. So we need to cut this one back now a little bit. And we need to make sure to... That was too far. We need to make sure to upgrade that route to the highway. Is that alright? Or is that still too far? That's still a little too far. So like right there. So let's... I'm hoping this looks alright. That pretty much almost lines up. Do you see that? Like, if that keeps coming at that angle, it will pretty much just line up just perfect. Yeah. Yep. Alright. Hopefully that didn't completely... yeah, it looks alright. It doesn't look... It definitely, you can kind of notice... I think this almost needs to kind of curve up a little bit closer to that to make it look right. To be 100% honest with you. And so we're going to have to do that. Before I forget, let's do this real quick. Okay, I thought that was a bridge for a second, but we're good. So it kind of needs to come up to there. Kind of like that. There you go. Yeah, that looks way better. Still doesn't look perfect, but it looks way better than what it did, so that's all that matters. I'm not going to sit here and try and critique every little thing and make it look absolutely perfect, because in this game that's almost impossible, but if we can try and get close. Oh, right. I was thinking it should just line up just perfectly. There's, you know, this one's all the way at ground level, that one's below. No, no, no. That one's above a little bit. Keep that in mind. That's why it was so easy to get that so close. Alright. So like that. Is the freaking, sorry. Is the, slope mod turned on? Jeez. Let's try that. Okay. Wasn't happy about something there. There we go. It still doesn't look perfect, but it'll do. And that should give enough room between there. Oh, yeah. Definitely. There's plenty of room on that side for sure. And then this side should have plenty of room as well. Wish you could, there was a way to turn that off. There's got to be a way to turn that off. Yeah, one of the things I'm most worried about this city right now is either it breaking, because we all know that happens, and or hitting the road limit, which is also very possible. So I think the road limits might be our biggest problem right now. So while the game's not running perfectly, it's not running terribly either. It's actually still kind of semi-stable, whether you believe that or not. Having to unplug your Ethernet cord to play the game is considered semi-stable to me. Alright. Yeah, that lines up. Okay. That's good enough. Imagine if a road planner said that. Yeah, that's good enough. They'd be like, okay. You sure you know what you're doing? The cars will figure it out. It's good enough. I was kind of hoping not to have to come down a little bit more if I could. I was trying to match them up. That'll work. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to build the shopping center in this episode, which is kind of crazy. I was expecting to have this episode run a little bit shorter, but just doing this road and trying to get these interchanges done alone have been crazy. Alright. So that looks good. So then in between here, yeah, we'll have a meet up there. Okay, I was thinking of trying to push it a little bit later, but then I realized that is on a slope a little bit, so it'd just be easier to meet up there. Do that, and then from this side, that was nice. That was not what I was going for, and that was not what I was going for either. There we go. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, try to go for that. And okay, that's perfect. And then that should be coming down on that side. And then who knows what we'll build on the side. I kind of want to get a highway going down over on this side as well. Maybe with another outside connection. But I'm not 100% I want to do that yet. And I'm not even sure I want to do it at all, but we'll see. Oh, that's right. Yeah, this episode's pretty much already over, and we just barely built this first interchange here, so that's pretty crazy, but oh well. So is that too far? No, that should be fine. I think actually, yeah, we'll just worry about trying to build the entrances along there. I think it would make more sense, and it'd be better anyways. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna finish this up, and then I'm gonna end the episode there, and then the next episode might be just a full-on time lapse of me building the shopping center, which is fine. All right. It's almost perfect except for that and a couple other things. So let's start with this here. So we'll do the junction. No crosswalk, no crosswalk, no U-turn, no U-turn. Yeah, let's just turn that all off. The crosswalk turned off? Now it is. Whatever's behind it is now not turned off. Okay. Actually, yeah, what was behind it I can turn on, but whatever, I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so let's do lanes just to make sure everybody knows where they're supposed to go. So I'm just kind of building this area with traffic in mind. So, because I kind of expect the shopping center to draw some traffic, at least I hope it would. And as much as I want to use those prop parking lots to try and fill in the spots and make it look as good as I can, I don't think I'm going to be able to, which is going to be unfortunate, but oh well. So that looks alright. So that curves in. So yeah, I think we could almost get an intersection in right here. Be enough space, even right in here. Still be enough space in between this. So I think we might do that. I don't know. Now I'm going to mess around with some of the stuff for the shopping center, and then probably be the time lapse in the next episode. And then we'll kind of see where the outline border of the shopping center. I think it's going to be in kind of this general area. It's going to be, I don't know exactly how large. I don't know if it's going to come up all the way to the freeway, or if something else is going to end up being built up along the freeway or something. But we'll figure that all out as we get there. So as always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Definitely stay tuned for the next episode and check out all the other episodes I've done as well. And as always, thanks for watching.